Welcome everybody to another episode of Deadeyes and Dead Guys. I'm Deadeye 9. Here we are on Ark Survival Ascended for PlayStation 5 on Aberration. That's right, I said Aberration. Check it out. We got some cool steampunk clothes, the Dapper and Engineer outfits combined, as well as the steampunk goggles. Looking mighty good, if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. There's two things that I want to talk about. This is going to be our first episode of a new series. We did do a live stream that got this thing all going, but unfortunately, the live stream had no sound, and I apologize for that. It was my first time doing a live stream on the PlayStation and did not realize that for some reason the default is to mute the broadcast audio. So that'll be fixed in any future live streams. Second off, I want to address the center. So the center hasn't disappeared. I did finish off the bosses. There's quite a few episodes that you all are missing. And we have one episode that's kind of drawing it all together and just finishing off the map so that we could get started here on Aberration. This is my favorite map. I've been really excited for this to come out. The lighting is interesting. I like the dark feeling of Aberration, and in the live stream that seems to be lacking somewhat. Right now it seems to be here, but it's probably nighttime. Yep, it is nighttime. And as you can see, the lighting on PlayStation leaves just a little bit to be desired. When we go over there, it's going to be super duper bright, and over here it's more Aberration style, a little bit of darkness. So there's a lot of changes to the features on Aberration. We talked about them in the live stream, but I guess it was just me talking about them, and you guys didn't get to hear me, so we didn't talk about anything. So we've got a tiny little starter base going. It doesn't even have a roof on it yet. I did finish up at least the outside of the structure in between episodes, but did not get a roof on it yet. But here we are at the edge, and I think, I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite areas to build. Here, up on that platform, over on the platform over there. Really great spot to build on Aberration. You got access to the blue and red zone that way. You've got metal a little bit down there, and a whole bunch up in the surface cave up there, and a whole bunch down in the blue zone over there. But this is where I always build. So I think that we are going to be on the lookout for a different base location. We'll keep this little starter hut here, maybe do a little bit more to it before we move on. But there will be a moving day in the future, and we will be moving to a different location. Hopefully one that just also has access to metal and access to the red and blue zone. So, yeah, look forward to that. What I'd like to do today is go ahead and get something other than a crap wrap. I'm sure that we can find something. There's a lot of stuff around here. The levels are going to be a challenge, let me tell you. This is a canon map, and any of you who have played Ark over the years, canon maps, well, they suck for levels. They're awesome maps, but levels, oof. So, having been on the center for our last series, we got to enjoy the amazing wonders of having levels kind of skewed towards the higher mark. Here, levels are definitely skewed towards the lower mark. It's interesting, I would say like they're more average, but I'll be honest, you're going to see a lot more 5s than you are going to see 150s. So it's not really skewed towards an average where you see more of like the 60 to 90 range than anything else. No, you're going to see more 25, 15, 5. This sort of stuff is going to be our norm. And we're just going to have to work through that and try to find some good high-level tames. So, all right. I think that's everything out of the way. Let's make sure that we've got a bed in here, because I don't even know. I don't remember. I would assume that we have a bed in here. Yep, we do. Okay, cool. So, having a bed, honestly, it doesn't really matter where you put it. I would obviously try to put it somewhere where you have a little bit of kind of a three-way block or two-way block, as many blocks as you can off of different spawns. So pretty much everything for us is going to spawn over here. And that's kind of the way you want it for any starter base on Aberration. But really, it's not, okay, I need a base right now and it needs to be in the best location. You're just trying to get a spawn point, because it's Aberration. You're going to die occasionally, especially in the early game. You know, I've gone through and had starts before where I died maybe only twice. But for the most part, you know, just in the last stream or whatever, I think we died 11 times. Now, granted, 4 of them were just going back for 1 bag, which we really didn't need to do. But we did it anyway. You know, sometimes it's fun to just go through that challenge. But yeah, you know, find a spot that gives you a central spawn location where you know where you are, you're comfortable where you are, and you know where your bag is going to be in location to where you are, and that's all you really need for a starter base on Aberration. Just make sure that it's somewhere where you're going to be able to recognize where your bag is based upon where you're spawning, and that's all you need. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about, there are a few pieces of interesting stuff on Aberration that other maps really don't have. Extinction has some of the verticality, and that's the first thing we're going to talk about, the verticality of the map. You know, if you are using solely your map, your little pull-up map, to figure out where you are, where you've been, where you're going, etc., you're going to have a hard time. You know, there's a lot of up and down in Aberration. You know, I could have something up there and give coordinates for it, and if I'm trying to get somebody to meet me up there, if I don't tell them that I'm 2-3 levels up, it's really not going to be all that helpful for them. So, you know, be aware of the verticality of the map, be aware of knowing which level you're on, how you're going to get to where you got to go, that sort of thing. It's important, more important on this map than in other maps. And then on top of that, you've got new consumables. So we've got aquatic mushrooms. Now, all of these different kinds of mushrooms that I'm highlighting right now, these 3 and this one, they are used to tame glow pets. So for the blue ones, you can tame bulb dogs. I believe that the agaravic mushrooms tame the shine horns. It's been a little while. These definitely 100% tame the glowtails, the cervix, and these ones tame the featherlights, the auric. Now, the auric mushroom gives you stamina. The acerbic mushroom acts as narcoberries. The brown agaravic mushrooms act as food, and the blue aquatic mushrooms act as water. Each one has a little bit of a downfall in another trait. So you eat these, you lose a little bit of food. You eat these, you lose a little bit of water. You eat these, you lose torpor, so on and so forth. So be aware of that, but unless they changed it, the drain on your water when you eat the food ones is less than the amount of food you're getting. So you can kind of go back and forth between these ones and fill up both your food and your water. The other thing that these mushrooms do, the brown ones, so we're going to eat a few brown ones right now. We'll eat just a couple of these, run right into here, and somewhere around here. Yeah, see, that's the hallucinogenic properties. I should be now hallucinating, and I am not, because in the little right hand bottom corner of the screen there, you'll see I have a buff that just went away. That buff is from the agarabic mushrooms. So the brown ones will help you from the hallucinogenic mushrooms, the red hallucinogenic mushrooms. The blue ones will help you from the blue spores down in the blue zone, as well as, I believe, I can't remember whether it's the blue or the brown that keeps you from the spores that occur that are just kind of flying in the air on the green zone. There's a few spots where you're just going to get sick walking through spores. I believe it is the brown that still will help you with that, but don't quote me on that. If you end up, hallucinating and the brown ones aren't helping you, then go ahead and suck down those blue mushrooms instead. But the blue mushrooms, in my opinion, like for the blue zone, you definitely want the blue mushrooms. They have the freezing spore effect down there, and that actually will kill you a little faster than these hallucinating mushrooms will. So be aware of that, and be on top of having either brown or blue mushrooms with you, or a hazmat suit. The hazmat suit will also protect you, but be aware that you start pooping yourself or throwing up, you're losing health, you just eat a few of these and you're good to go. Also, be aware that in the previous iteration of Aberration, the hallucinatory mushrooms, or hallucinogenic mushrooms rather, were kind of conical at the top. So there's not even a mushroom there, so I'm not sure why it keeps going off. Clearly there is a mushroom there and we're just not seeing it, but here it is. Right here? Yeah. Alright, we picked up the invisible mushroom. Be aware that the mushroom that shoots off the hallucinogenic properties or spores or whatever they are no longer the conical triangular shaped ones. They're sort of more perfect circles than the other mushrooms around them. So it's almost the opposite of what it was in Survival Evolved. So yeah, if you're looking for the conical triangular shaped mushrooms in order to be like, oh, okay, there's not any here and I'm safe, no, you're not safe. It's not that mushroom anymore. Now, I believe that we had tamed up a bulb dog, but I don't see said bulb dog. So what happened to said bulb dog? Oh, yep, expendables. The expendables have all died. Okay. So that's one thing that we're going to need is a new light pet. This guy is not really worth riding. At level, I believe he was level 40 when we tamed him. And at level 40 with the saddle on him and anything that we might have in our inventory, it's going to be too much for him to handle. What I do want to do is make sure that we have plenty of bolas on us, which we're going to need some stone for. So I want 6 bolas pretty much at all times. Let's get some more weight going here. And the reason for that is both Ravagers and Raptors, which are the main predators in this area, minus the unfortunate Yiling, are able to be bullet. And without the bolas, we're going to get killed more often than I'd like to have happen. So let's go around, let's find ourselves a bulb dog, let's find ourselves a higher level Raptor or Ravager, and let's actually, now that I think about it, if we go in here, can we Yes, we are high enough level to craft a regular spyglass. We need hide, we need crystal, and we need wood. Odds are we will get enough crystal, but it's slow going with a stone pick. And these ones really just don't have as much crystal as, say, the blue gems or crystal nodes. So you can get crystal from them, it's going to take some doing. Our better bet is honestly to get some crystal during the next earthquake. There's some crystal. There's some more. Alright, good. Now we're going. Hey, that'll do. Let's just go ahead and clear all of these out. And then we'll run on back to base, drop off some of these resources, and head out to get a bulb dog and a better crap raptor or a ravager. Which, for ravagers, your taming food is going to be cooked mutton, and there are so many sheep around. You should have no problem getting mutton to cook up. Oh, if you guys haven't been on Aberration before, that purple pinkish smoke that was coming up. Yeah, let's get over here to where we can actually see what's falling. Okay. Take that. Oh, we didn't get a lot there. We got some stuff. I will say, when the earthquakes are going, be on the lookout for boxes, too. It's not always just going to be resources. Sometimes there will be, like, odd-looking icons or small little boxes that fall as well. And you get items from earthquakes. It also seems the closer to the blue and red zones you get, the more likely you are to get some rarer things. Like, instead of just getting blue and green gems, it's quite possible you can get red gems. I have even seen it in the green zone when you are on the edge, which we're on an edge here, but this is not one of the ones that's close to the red zone as well. This is just close to the blue zone. So I have not seen red gems falling over here, but I have seen red gems falling along the edge where the blue zone is just a small strip, and then there's the red zone right behind it. So be aware of that. Be on the lookout for that. As you can see, there are trilobites all over this area, which is great. Once we get a higher melee raptor, we will definitely be killing off some of these guys to get chitin. And I really put the box all the way down here, or the structure all the way down here, didn't I? There it is. I should probably put a storage box inside it instead of outside, but, you know, it is what it is. And that'll do. Alright. Perfect. What do you have on you? Nothing? Here, you want some meat? There you go. Eat it up, buddy. Okay. Let's see what we can do about getting a glow pet and some other sort of rideable creature. Oh yes, that's right. I was going to explain about the gas vents. So these jets of purplish pinkish gas, they will make you hallucinate as well, and they can also end up being a very good thing for you, as they can have a gas collector put on them. And when you put the gas collector on these, you get congealed gas balls. And congealed gas balls are used in crafting some things, as well as in making gasoline. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to bully you there. You alright? Good. Actually, we should have a hide now with what you've got and what I've got. Now let's just grab a little bit of wood. And then we can make a spyglass. Perfect. Also, let's repair this. There we go. All right. What level is this guy? 45. Keep it coming, buddy. So, yeah, for those gas vents, once you put the gas collector on them, they are no longer something that you have to worry about insofar as making you feel some sort of way. So just make sure you get yourself a gas collector, slap that on there, and then you will have use of the congealed gas balls. What do we got here? Alright, let's let that guy get hit by the Deadeye here. You gonna get him? Alright, what level is this Deadeye? 15. Okay. You know what, just in case we need to abandon you at some point, I'm gonna just keep your hide on me if that's okay with you, buddy. I'm not saying you're going to be abandoned. I'm just saying, you know, just in case. Okay, that's a Yeeling. We don't want that. Yeah. Definitely do not want that. So let's go ahead and let's take out this guy. And let's take out this guy. Is this the one with the baby or without the baby? Without. Level 115? Am I reading that right? Alright, over here we got a 115 Parasaur. That's the first high level thing we've seen. That's what we're going to grab here. Probably going to take more than one bola, which means we need more stone. Sorry about the cut there. Died to a phone call. Oh, we're back though. We'll get this guy knocked out. What do I need now? Thatch? Oh, Christ. Alright, alright, alright. That's not the guy, is it? That's the guy. Thank you. All right, and we only got one extra hit in with the club. That's pretty good. Haha, I like it. All right, we do need more bolas. So we need more thatch. So let's grab some more thatch. Let's grab some more stone. Let's make 3 more bolas. And then let's get to grabbing some majo berries. I wish that the mushrooms had a majo berry equivalent. They do not. So, just need to be looking out for these plants and grabbing as many as we can. And I'll bring you guys back in just a little bit. All right, gathered up about 50 berries, and so threw them on this guy. I think that should be enough. We'll find out. I think I'll maybe grab a few more just in case while he's eating those. But that should give us a decent level team with a good weight stat, so we can run around on the parasaur and get stuff. Additionally, the parasaur, I believe it's R3. It might be L2. It might be the secondary attack. If it's not the secondary attack, I don't think they have a secondary attack. But anyway, it is a scream that scares off smaller animals. And raptors are included in that, so they can be very handy for this area. Well, look, I don't need more berries. You are done. Awesome. What were you, a male 115? Actually, we're just going to call you. Let's see. You are an alarm system. So there you go. You're simply safe. All right, yeah, that was plenty. Cool, and you can also act as a repository for berries, mushrooms, and anything that spoils. Cool. All right. Well, that's our first mid-level team. So now we've got a low level and a mid-level. See, what do we need for the parasaur saddle? We need more hide. Lots more hide. Okay. know what? There is an ovis over here. They get pretty decent hide, don't they? They sure do with a chainsaw. Alright, hold on. We're going on a trip. A little Alice in Wonderland action here. The foliage on Aberration Ascended is just... it's too much. It's too tall. There's too much of it. Can't see anything. It might be better if the camera wasn't like, you know, in your belly button. Instead of, you know, if it be like eye level, that might be okay. You know, maybe it'd be like right here. But with the camera way down at your belly button, it is rough to see through all of this foliage. There's a little Deadeye. What level is you and your parents? 50? I'll have to remember that. I might come back for that free Overraptor. Here we go. Here's a sheep. Hey, little buddy. That works. All right, now you grab this. Thank you. Here you go. Let's get that saddle going. Boom. Let's get this little Overraptor back to the base because it will not survive out here with us. And now we got a free Overraptor, which is quite handy. And we wouldn't even have had it right now if its mom didn't take offense to me looking at the baby. So, I'm kind of glad that the mom did. Go ahead, take offense. Give me your baby. So yeah, hopefully, you know, at some point either the camera level or the overabundance of foliage is fixed. Don't get me wrong, it's great for, you know, grabbing berries. Boom, get a bunch of them. Even with somebody like a parasaur who has a very small bite range, you still get a ton of stuff. Which yeah, good, I suppose. Let's grab that. I do like that it's got a little meter now. That's new. It's got a little meter showing the growth. See right there on the Overraptor's tracking meter, it's got a little bar that's almost about halfway full. That's pretty sweet. You stay in here and be on passive. Oh, that works. That's awesome. It's good to have one of those. Alright, we can drop off some more of this stuff. Bam, 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 bam. Let's probably make up a couple more. Couple more boas. Need more thatch. Okay. Did I hit a tree with you? No. Alright. So one thing we can do now with having the raptor to get some meat and the parasaur to get some acerbic mushrooms and some narco berries, we'll easily be able to craft up plenty of narcotic and get quite a few levels that way. Also, you know, the two best ways to level up are to craft things and to kill things. And regardless of whether it's a narcotic or whether we just do more building, we'll get levels that way. So even with the 80%, I believe I'm at 80%, 0.8 XP, we're going to get levels left, right. It's just, they're going to keep on coming. Let's go ahead and get the stuff together to make a mortar and pestle, get some narcotics going, so that we can make some trank arrows. This area in particular, I think it might be because of the waterfall, and there's probably a whole lot of things spawned down below. It's just super hitchy. I mean, it's not laggy. I'm on single player, so there's no quote-unquote lag, but it's glitchy, hitchy, stuttery. I don't think it's going to be the whole map, but definitely this area. Man, that's one hefty rock right there. Alright, let's grab some wood off of you. Thank you. Crafting. Get you going. Let's go ahead and grab some of that. And probably split up some meat. Get that spoiling. Let's go ahead and drop off all of this extra. Oh, I forgot to put the flowers on parasaur. Alright, I pumped the 2 levels that we had into weight, and we're going to go ahead and pump the next 2 levels into weight as well that we got while we were crafting narcotics and harvesting wood. You know, we're not going to need most of this, so let's just get rid of this. I cooked up some of that mutton, so we have some cooked lamb chop. And we'll use that in some future Ravager taming. And then what we're going to do now is try to get some hide. So we'll give you some weight, some health. I'm going to have you follow. Alright, Simple Safe. You and Crap Wrap are tasked with get enough hide to make a forge. I will say, I'm pleasantly surprised. It does appear that Wildcard has now added the little, like, black outline back to the tame names and levels, and made it much easier to see them, so thank goodness for that. You have got a little baby, level 60. That is right on the cusp of what I might claim tame. Level 60 would be like perfect taming a level 40. I'd rather have like perfect taming a level 60 or above, which would be claiming a level 90 or above. Alright, let's start with this guy. Good job. Next up, how about the iguanodon? Yep, level 10. I'm going to do that one too. We'll leave the turtle for now, level 90. I am tempted to go down and get that Paraceratherium and kill it and its baby down there. Low levels. Should go quickly. But let's keep it simple for right now. Let's say 20 or 70? 20. Alright, everything in here is fair game, guys. Very glitchy there. Actually, you are level... Oh, no, wait. I thought you were a bulb dog for a second. What level are you, horse? 30. Oh, look, we got another sheep. Let's take the sheep out, too. Yes. I'm actually going to bowl at you, because I don't want you running around and having your baby run around. I want you. 135. That is very good. Let's go ahead and get you all buried up. All right, how much hide do we have now, buddy? I think we might have enough. Let's see. Structures, crafting. We do. We almost have enough for two. That's perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and head on back. We'll craft up a couple of forges and we'll drop off the little green nut. The follow AI seems to be a little bit off lately, so I'll bring you guys back. We'll get down there. Everything will be good. We'll drop off the sheep. We'll get that forge going. We'll get some metal going so we can get a smithy going so we can get some metal tools going. Yeah. Or at least a forge crafting. Boom, right there. Throw the forge up on it. Get that smelting. Let's go track the Ovis. We'll get the Ovis over here while that stuff is smelting. And then by the time we get back, we should be able to craft a smithy and a pick. And we can get a bunch more metal using the metal pick. Because, let's just face it, the stone pick is not good at getting metal. Where are you, buddy? Come here. Come on. You're just getting stuck on things. Let's get you over here. Come on, buddy. This guy is pretty cool looking. The green ram. Alright, so we'll get him down to base. We'll get that metal going. We'll get that smithy going. We'll get that metal tool going. Then we'll get some more metal using the river rocks down there. Then we'll get a metal hatchet going, and we'll get a crossbow going. We need to craft some arrows, and then we've got the, what was it, 74? I believe we had 74 narcotics. We can make those into arrows. So we're looking good. We're definitely looking good. I'm telling you, once you have a specific spot to spawn back to, things just get so much easier. That is awesome. This is just awesome. The lights going through the foliage and the crystals, and it's just really cool. How are we looking here? Boom. Turn that off. Yeah, there you go, little buddy. You can hang out inside the house with the Oviraptor. I'll get you another stack of berries here. Whoop. You want the berries, not the seeds. Bing. There we go. Come on. There you go. You just hang out here. Passive. And then let's see what we need to make a smithy. Stone and wood, boom, and boom. Thank you. Go. Alright, weapons, melee, pick. Throw this on the ground, bam. Let's grab that. Since these are primitive, let's make one extra. Also going to need some spears, but probably just, I would say just one. I don't like only having two there, but we're about to get a pike, so. Alrighty. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to run around and just harvest these river rocks, so. If you don't know what the river rocks are, they are the very smooth, kind of rounded rocks that hang out in and near riverbeds, and they are not metal rocks, but they give significantly more metal than regular rocks do. Regular rocks you'll get, an occasional piece of metal here and there. With the river rocks, you're generally going to get 1 or 2 metal per pretty much every little node. So they are handy. There's also actually a metal node over here, which is what we're heading towards right now. And that is right over here. So this will give us plenty of metal to get us started with the metal tools, all primitive, crossbow, all that stuff. I'd like to get about 100 metal, which will give us about 50 ingots. And we're probably over 100 already with river rocks plus this node here. It's a good looking node. Look at this. There we go. What do we got? 120? That'll do. That will do. Alright, let's regain some stamina here. Boom. What can we drop? So yeah, we're going to cook this up. I really do need to put a roof on this base, especially because there are yeeling around, and just having a gate, which is all this is right now because it has no roof, is not going to stop a yeeling from spoiling my day. So I definitely need to get that done. I think what we'll do is, while that metal is cooking up, actually as soon as we have, how much do we, I think it's 5 or 8. As soon as we have enough for that 8. It's so expensive compared to, like, the pick is 1 metal, the hatchet is 8 metal. It's ridiculous. But as soon as we have 8, I'll craft up a metal hatchet. In the meantime, we'll get this stuff going. Metal, or, I'm sorry, wood, thatch. We've got plenty of stone for now, so that we can get a proper roof on the base and everything. I believe, were we building in wood or were we building in thatch? Wood. Okay. Cool. Wood is okay. Thatch would have been a little questionable. So as you see, just keep the agaric mushrooms on your hotbar. You never have to worry about those stupid red mushrooms making you hallucinate and driving you crazy. You just... Alright, so that's going to do it for today's episode. We got a lot done. I apologize the episode has gone on quite so long, but man, I'm just excited to get stuff done on Aberration. In the next episode, we'll catch up with putting a roof on the base, and we'll be into metal tools. If you guys enjoyed yourselves, go ahead and hit that like button if you really enjoyed yourselves. Share and or comment down below. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'm Deadeye9. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.